I am joined today by the incredible and beautiful Harry Debbie. Conceived under a picnic table and born at the Chalet, Harry Debbie is the newest addition to the North Adams growing Drag Queen Cotillion. One way or another, Debbie will find the spotlight. A fallen debutante, glamour and rock and roll are Harry Debbie's backbone. Old money and Hollywood are her reference points. She summers in Provincetown and winters in the Berkshires. Harry Debbie can sing, she can dance, and act her way out of a paper bag. She can never decide who has more fun, blondes or brunettes. And yes, that's a lock of hair from her chest. My conversation with Harry Debbie. Awesome. I am here tonight. You can tell it's a little dark. We are in an after hours with the fabulous Harry Debbie, one of my oldest and
Hello.
closest friends.
Hi,
Hello.
Katie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You look
I
so
am,
beautiful.
I am fabulous. I just came from a screening at our local cinema here. Support your local small art house cinemas. And they did a showing of the drag classic To Wong Fru from Julie Newmar. Thanks for everything. So I just went out to support the community, and I thought it would be a great time for us to chat.
Absolutely. Oh, and I'm so excited that we're able to chat. And yes, huge plug. We have to support the local community. We're talking theaters, we're talking libraries, which I'm sure is something that's also come up for you. I know based on some of your events, that's also huge for you. Um, so I would love to talk a little bit about your experience with drag, and I would love to start with the name. How did
Yes.
you land on the incredible name Harry Debbie?
So Harry Debbie is the reverse of Debbie Harry, who is the lead singer of Blondie. And in 2018, I actually met Debbie Harry
Oh,
and
I
gave
didn't
her
know
a
that.
tour of Mass Mocha, where I've worked for many years. And so she did an incredible concert for us, and I got to give her a tour of the museum. And so around that time, I was also singing the song Heart of Glass, either at karaoke or one way or another. There was like a live karaoke that we do at the museum sometimes. And so I really gained a reputation for singing Debbie Harry songs. And so I think it was there's two friends that kind of said at the same time, like, well, you should be Harry Debbie. And obviously I wear my hair. And so it just seemed like a natural fit for the music that I have sung and the kind of just the persona. And it really has caught on, and it has really become like a new brand for me. Yeah.
It's incredible. I love it. And I think it just is so you. It's as we were saying right off camera before we started, you've been such a performer for so many parts of your life, and I've been able to see many different iterations of your performance and your creativity. So now that you have this additional aspect, this additional outlet, I should say,
Mhm.
how do you feel like your sort of performance of Harry Debbie, does that impact your other creative work or sort of your creative brain?
Yeah, it's like everything is now funneling into Harry Debbie, which for the longest time, like I didn't quite have the one direct outlet of creativity. I would do painting, I would do this, that, performance, find things to perform in, take dance classes, even through adulthood. But Harry Debbie has now allowed me to kind of zoom in and push out like everything creative that I want to do. And it's really been really great. It's been about a year now that I really have embraced this persona and this drag,
That's
um, art of drag.
that's it was exactly my next question. Was this is sort of a relatively recent adventure for you?
Yeah,
Um,
although not necessarily in the world of like producing drag and putting together drag shows, but
right.
me thus being the actual performer, that's now something I'm putting forth. And it feels really good to be on the other side as an artist, where I've supported so many artists through my career over the past 10 years. But to be the artist myself is quite rewarding indeed.
Incredible. Was there anything specific for you that sort of was that switch of, oh, okay, I want to try this now as a result
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
something?
So I have been putting on drag shows at Mass Mocha at the Chalet, which is an incredible outdoor beer garden that we host community events in. And I used to be the one who organized that. So one year I hosted and DJ'd out of drag, but kind of in like just a more heightened appearance. And I was noticing that like oh, I really could do this myself. And I actually worked very briefly in Provincetown, and I worked at a drag venue. I was running spot for drag queens, helping them dress, talking with them, and a couple of people were like, "Oh, honey, you have the face. You got the eyes, like the brows, like you have like what it we you have you ever done drag? Like why haven't you ever done it?" And I was like, why haven't I ever done it? It seems like it is this natural progression of just where I am coming as a person and as an artist and as a performer. And it's just given me a great creative outlet. And now I have a new job that has allowed me to have a little more time to kind of dedicate to building this persona.
Incredible. And so as you're building and developing and sort of understanding Harry Debbie, are there
Mhm.
specific types of events that you find that you're gravitating more towards that sort of are a better conduit for that creative energy that you have and want to channel?
Yes. I was invited to join the Berkshire chapter of Drag Story Hour, which is a national um, organization that promotes literacy amongst children, and we provide books at every reading. So we give out books, and it's a huge national organization that you can look up called Drag Story Hour. There's so much like kind of history around it in the past 10 years, and this has really given me a way to think more family friendly. So much of the drag that I saw, it was like in nightclubs and just a little more adult oriented. And it kind of caused me to think like, yeah, I can wear like skimpy little outfits and stuff, but like what would be more appropriate for a child and what would inspire a child if they saw whatever I was wearing. And so I leaned into more historical costumes, which were also more modest. But I really leaned into kind of 18th century and 19th century costumes, which as Katie knows, I have always loved historical clothing, dragged many of my friends to period movies. So I'm finding this outlet alongside with reading to children, and they're often at really interesting venues. There's a lot of libraries that we go to, but I just last weekend did a drag story hour at the BU Center at Tanglewood. And so I was inspired to dress in a more, and then I was going to something at the Mount, which is the home of Edith Wharton. So I was really inspired by like the history of summer in the Berkshires in the early 1900s. So I dressed in kind of an all-white summer dress, and then I did the story hour. We even sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star because it was written by Mozart. So we tried to have a little music angle. And so there's always kind of like new ways, like how do we make these stories come to life? Even if like sometimes it's more adults and children in the audience, just depending on the event. And then I took pictures at the Mount in this fabulous outfit, and I feel like I looked like Edith Wharton herself.
You
So it's
did.
just it's just allowed me to just think creatively and be like, oh, like what, I think so much of the drag you see today is like just how snatched can you look and this and that, but it's like, oh, what if I put on a bonnet and wear ruffles and lace? And it's just like that also is just a deep um, dream of mine to just wear that kind of clothing and just inhabit that kind of outfit and space and the movement too that comes from it.
Yes, it's very regal and elegant, which is exactly how I think of you, is very regal and elegant and classic in the way that you carry yourself. And so in my mind, it's like a perfect match. And
Right?
it's been beautiful to see this sort of blossoming, and to see sort of knowing you from when we were so young and all the way through, and to see how you've been able to find this beautiful expression and be able to, exactly like you said, wear these clothes that have always been drawn to you and
Mhm.
these periods that you've always appreciated, and just to see it all coming together in such a fun way. And I also love how you talk about making it more family friendly.
Mhm.
um, as everybody knows, unfortunately, drag has been in the media with a lot of hate and attack press as of late. And so I would love to hear if you were at the head of PR of all drag, which is such a big thing, but if you could send a message to people about drag, people who are
Mhm.
maybe on the fence, they're unsure, they've
Yeah.
only really seen kind of this like negative bit that's been put in the media, what would you want to tell them about what's really actually just another performance
Exactly.
art?
Yeah, it's about performance costume, and drag has been around since the beginning of time. The word drag, we think it comes from two different origins. One is um it's an acronym, dressed um I can't remember the acronym, so we'll move forward on that. But it came from during Shakespearean time. Women were not allowed to be on stage, and this was a common practice up into the 18th and 19th century. So men had to play the roles, and there was often that the gowns were dragging across the boards, and so that's why they call it drag. And then that kind of comes down through history as well. But I want to tell people that it really is just people who are passionate about performing and want to just share their passion with people. And it's really dress up and fun. Drag is just the whole act of dressing and putting on makeup and putting on clothes and kind of changing your appearance. We all dress up around Halloween, and I think it just has turned into a really nasty scapegoat because I don't know. I can't think of any single performing drag queen who has ever been involved in some scandal with children. It has always been, and really the ones who are pointing the finger are those who have been in houses of worship, or they're usually in positions of power. And drag queens are only in the power of getting your attention. And it is like not like anything more than that. You just want to get people's attention, get them to think. And if that's for children, like that's getting them to read and think like how to be creative and just like see something and really roll with it and like let your imagination grow wild. Don't think about what everyone might think. What do you want to do? And I think that's really strong to see. And I hope kids get inspired by someone just following their passion and doing something that they love. And if I saw that when I was younger, it would be so inspiring. And I remember seeing people dressed in costumes at like historical museums or in Disney World, and I just thought that's so fun. And it kids know like they just want to like have that imagination in front of them, and they never you never know what will inspire them. And I think when doing the drag story hours, especially, it's at the end of the day, it's people in costume reading books, and it is really fun. And to add anything more to that is just not is disingenuous.
I love that. It's it's just so inspiring and exactly like you said, it's about being creative
Yeah.
and expressing yourself. Oh, those were such beautiful words. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
yeah.
That was
Well,
incredible.
I've just been like, I hear, luckily, I actually, it's been great. Some of the events I have like people who protect like the Rainbow Guard, they'll like shield people. I haven't seen anything in person that has been negative, but one event that I worked at where I was introduced to the storytellers, I don't know if there was a bomb threat. So I worked at an event that had a bomb threat
That's
for our
terrifying.
show. And so it came, it was a false alarm, but it did bring in to the reality, and it kind of like galvanized me to be like to keep doing this. Like it could have like scared me to never do it again, but I'm like, I know that this is harmless and actually inspirational, so I can't let the hate keep stop me from doing it. Because then I want to see that other people they can do it as well.
Exactly. It's about persevering through someone else's misunderstanding.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, knowing that like at the end of the day you're not doing anything wrong or harm.
Exactly. Exactly. And if someone else doesn't like it,
They don't
whatever.
they don't have to go see it. They don't have to.
Exactly. Exactly.
But just to see the parents and the kids that do come to the readings are really just like so happy and so excited, and you're almost like a Disney character to them. You become this like fairy tale character come to life like a princess. And I've experienced that a few times where they're just like, you look so pretty, you're such, oh, like it just is like, also I like kind of stepping out of the normal. I'm always been like, what can be glamorous and how you like be more eccentric, because normal day life is pretty boring and stressful. So how can we like make that more fun? And that's what I kind of bring
Exactly.
to all drag across the genres that I do.
I love that. It's just bringing more play and more joy
Yes,
into every day.
Because that is so stamped out of us as we grow older. It's like, don't be joyful, don't play, work hard, put your nose to the ground. And I did that. I've done that. I will continue to do that. But why can't we have joy and play mixed in there in good measure?
Exactly. Oh, those are such beautiful words. I think that's actually a beautiful place to stop because I could just keep going talking about
Yes.
this forever. But this has been an absolutely incredible discussion. And I'm so glad that you were able to share with us. I am feeling inspired. I'm feeling much more joyful. And I thank you so much for it.
Oh, thank you, Katie. I know we've seen my artistic career grow. Katie and I were in art classes together. We've done seen so much together. So this is really exciting for us to do this together in the next chapter of our lives.
Yes, yay. Now, next up is the baker's dozen.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, it's very fun. It's
Okay,
just 13 quick question and answers for us to get to know Debbie a little bit better.
okay.
All right. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night out.
If we hit, I knew that one before I even asked.
Oh yeah, but drag queen. Although some of these gigs are really early, so that's a tough one.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's surprising.
Brunches and or readings are sometimes early.
That does make sense.
Right
Um,
now,
Next, if we hit play on your phone right now, what would we hear?
we would hear probably I Am the Body Beautiful by Salt and Pepper.
I love that.
Or it'd probably be like Mozart or Beethoven.
Yeah.
Just remix.
What is your favorite part of your morning?
Favorite part of my morning is I honestly do love just scrolling on my phone first thing in the morning. It's just, you gotta know what's happening. Check everything.
Yeah.
That's how we get our news today. I know it's bad. But no, that's usually what I do. And then, I do try to take a moment before the day starts. And my getting ready, even because we're all born naked and the rest is drag. So it does take a moment to just pull myself together and look presentable, even as a boy.
I love that so much. We're all born naked, but the rest is drag. That's
RuPaul,
incredible.
RuPaul, Mama Ru.
Absolutely incredible. Okay, who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh, well, I'll choose a old Hollywood actress. I think Jean Tierney. I try to, or Elizabeth Taylor. They're kind of like two different eras. Jean Tierney was more the 40s, Elizabeth Taylor maybe in the 60s. I think Elizabeth Taylor, she kind of gets my range and dynamism, and so Elizabeth Taylor.
I see that. What advice would you give your 10-year-old self?
keep keep imagining, keep playing, keep creating things, keep writing your stories, keep painting, just keep doing it because it'll be harder to do once you get older, but hold on to that.
I love that. In a similar vein, what advice would you give 20-year-olds, your 20-year-old self?
Well, even 20-year old self, it gets better and it just gets more fun. They don't I think getting older has been more fun. I'm having more fun now than I did when I was in my 20s.
I agree.
I'm having just different type of fun. So yeah, it gets more fun.
Yeah, I love that. Do you have a daily non-negotiable?
Mm, to quote Jackie Kennedy, my routine is I have no routine. So there's not too much that I need to do in a day to feel. um, uh, I even sometimes don't even drink coffee. Maybe that's
Whoa,
sometimes I just forget. But hmm, I think moisturizer. I definitely put moisturizer on every day.
that's a good one. What song would you want in your biopic?
Song in my biopic. Like if it was on MySpace.
Yeah, what would be your MySpace song?
My MySpace song it might be. I might even have actually had a real one. I think it'd be like "Is That All There Is" by Peggy Lee. I don't know if you know that song, which it goes, When I was a little girl, I saw a fire. I said to myself, is that all there is? It's a pretty good one. So I think that'd be on my profile.
I think that's a great one. Do you have a good habit?
A good habit. Um, hmm, Mostly made of bad habits. A good habit is like I definitely am like I believe in kind of like daily affirmations or just kind of like mantras as well. So I do have like a lot of mantras that I say to myself. So I think those are good habits to have, just like positive mindset. Because I can find myself veering in a direction here. I'm like, no, just you can only control you. You don't know what other people are thinking. Let's just recenter.
I think positive self-talk is a great, good
Yeah.
habit. What would be the title of your autobiography?
Harry Debbie, she did it the hard way. That's actually the title. Well, that's actually on Betty Davis's gravestone. She did it the hard
Isn't it?
way.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. Oh, I
she's a great
didn't know that.
inspiration. Yes. So Harry Debbie, she did it the hard way.
What is something that you're currently loving?
Currently, just the summer. I feel like I've had like the weather right now, here in the Berkshires is just like that perfect like 75-degree day, brilliantly warm in the sun, cool in the shade, and then here in the evenings we get down to like upper 50s, so like beautiful sleeping weather, and like just like when a breeze comes in and the curtain moves, that's what I'm loving right now. And the crickets. I actually am like won't haven't been listening to music sometimes at night just so I can listen to the crickets.
That's such a romantic view of the Berkshires. I love it so
Yes.
much.
It's really because we don't mow our lawn, so there's a lot of cricket. But and, like we had a ton of fireflies earlier this summer. But yeah, just enjoying the season that is happening right now because it is still summer. I know when we're in August right now, but it's still summer. It'll be
It
summer
is.
for a while.
What is a product that you can't live without?
Ooh, a product I can't live without. The I love the aromatherapy Zoom spray. I have
Ooh.
the frankincense and myrrh, and I need that every day. I like to spray it on my face, spray it all over me, like spray it in the room. I go through a bottle at least once a month. So that
Wow.
Zoom,
Yeah.
right?
Get
Essential
Debbie
oils.
an ad.
Yeah. And that fragrance, frankincense and myrrh, just makes me smell like baby Jesus, I think, or something. Just a wonderful, like fresh but woody smell.
Yes, very Berkshire.
Yes.
All right. And question number 13. What is the best advice that you have ever received?
I remember I had an intern supervisor, and she said, it's hard to meet your heroes. And I didn't know what she meant by that. But now that I've met a lot of people that I've admired and the arts and stuff, sometimes your expectations changed.
Yes,
That's good because people are just people. Let's not build them up to be anything more
I
or
love
less,
that.
right?
Oh my gosh, so many great quotes from this. Such a great
Very
time.
heavy. She is a stage sometimes.
She really is. Oh, this has been incredible. All right, Debbie, incredible. I have loved our time together. Um, and I'm sure that this has been very inspiring for people who are reading, watching, listening. Where can people connect with you to learn more about your specific drag, different ways that you are performing? Where can people find you?
Oh, I have an Instagram and it's Harry, like hair on your head with a Y, dot Debbie, and that's Dibbie. And so you can find me on Instagram, and I'm pretty active on there. And I share all the events I'm in, and then kind of the looks I'm doing, and just kind of my inspiration too. I share a lot of like, look at what my Pinterest board looks like, or I love this quote for a movie. So follow me on Instagram at harry.debbie.
It's a great follow. Thank you so much, especially for taking time after you've already done an event tonight
Thank
to
you.
chat with me. I have loved this conversation.
Oh, and I love you, Katie. So thank you.
I love you too. Thank you.